So I shot a video earlier today, and I'm going to play that video, but I wanted to just make a quick update as we just got home. This is coming from CNBC. U.S. government steps in and says people with funds deposited at SVB will be able to access their money. So right now it looks like we're going to see the government step in and bail out SVB. And it's important to know that this isn't over. That if this happens, we delayed a serious collapse. And it's going to give you and I a little bit more time until something bigger breaks. So watch the remainder of this video. Just a few things I wanted to just discuss this morning on preparations and how you can put the odds in your favor and how you must strengthen your game and how you must be walking the walk right now. And it's not all about money, ladies and gentlemen. It's about protection and security. It's about food. It's about water. It's about survival. It's about a survival mindset. So I just wanted to update everybody at the beginning of this video. It looks like, what a shock. We're going to get a bailout, but they're not going to be able to bail out every bank that gets into trouble. And we know that more banks are in big trouble. So this is going to buy you some time to add to your preparations, to move money where you need to maybe add a little bit more gold and silver to your portfolio, maybe get some of that cash out of the bank and start getting out of the system. The more attached you are to the system, the more risk you are taking without a doubt. So stay tuned, watch the rest of this video. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, but it is not beautiful in the banking sector. Most of you know the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank on Friday. Now talk of possible contagion this week. Not saying that that's going to happen, but there are people talking that it's a possibility. And I wanted to just share something with all of you very, very quickly before I take off. I'm going to go hit the range today, get some training in. This week, 2 days at the gym, 2 days jiu-jitsu, 2 days at the range. That to me is a well-rounded week. That's what I do with my time. That's walking the walk. But as we hear more about what's happening in the banking industry and what just happened at SVB, it is real serious concern. And I watch a lot of videos, I read a lot of news, and as all this is taking place, 99% of everybody is saying, hey, you better just get your money out of the bank, or you better have some cash on the side, whatever. What they're not telling you is if we see mass contagion, maybe it doesn't happen this time, but at some point it's going to happen in this country where we're going to see bank runs, and you're going to see contagion, and you're going to see fear, you're going to see panic, and people won't get their money, and there's big problems. So then you have social fallout, right? And so it doesn't matter how much money you have at that point. Do you have food? Do you have water? And do you have security? And most people aren't talking about this because most people don't walk the walk. And I'm telling all of you straight right now, you better have security. You better have food. You better have water, and you better have a way to protect yourself and your assets and your food and your water. Because if you don't, somebody's just going to take it. When people freak out, when they can't get their money out of the bank, when they go hungry, they're coming to you, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to come to your house. They're going to want your food, your water. They're not going to care that it's not theirs. They're not going to care that you worked hard for it, that you took the time, made the sacrifices, and prepared for it. They don't care. They got kids to feed. They're hungry. They're going to take it, and they're going to do whatever it takes. So to these people out here who continue to make videos telling you, oh, we're going to buy houses on sale, we're going to buy RVs on sale, and just get your money out of the bank. It's not going to be that simple, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a very, very unsafe place to be out in public if you begin to see contagion taking place with these banks. On top of that, people will be so angry, have so much disdain. They're going to become, in my opinion, very, very violent. But when they get hungry, people will do whatever they have to do to survive. And so it doesn't matter that you got your money out of the bank. It doesn't matter that you're going to buy a house at half off. It doesn't matter you're going to go buy an RV or a boat at half off. What matters is, can you protect yourself? Can you feed yourself and your family? Really quick, today, this is what we're doing. We are just packing up more food. That's emergency food, supplies, coffees, more food, more gear, more food, more food. So this is what we're doing this morning. She has nothing to worry about. She's in good hands. But this is what we're doing. And so there's plenty of food at this house. But this is extra food that I'm putting at another location. I've got a climate controlled storage facility, nice and safe. That stuff will go over there. Extra boots, extra gear, extra clothing, whatever I need is also in another location. So I do have a couple residences. Take it easy. I do have a couple residences, and so I have 3 different locations of food and gear. So I think that if you can get a storage facility and have some extra gear there, it's a fantastic idea. But again, take it easy. But again, it's not all about getting your money out of the bank. Very important to do if you feel the need to do that. I think it's a great idea. I told all of you for years, have the majority of your money out of the bank so you wouldn't be in this situation. People didn't sleep last night. People don't know what to do now. So I'm just making this video to share a few things with you. Maybe today's a good day to go buy some more food, put it in some boxes, put it away, put it in a storage facility. If you don't have a storage facility, no big deal. Just keep it at the house. You have it. We're going to come to a point, ladies and gentlemen, where we're going to wake up and you're going to own what you own because you're not going to get money out of the bank. You're not going to be able to cash in the stocks or the bonds. Anything paper is going to be worthless. And if it has any worth, you're not going to be able to get it out. The ATMs will be drained, the bank doors will be locked, the markets will be shut down. So what does that mean? It means all you have is what you can get to. So I have multiple boxes here right now that I can get to. There's plenty of other food in this house, plenty of other food in the other house, and plenty of food in the storage facility. So I'm trying to be as diversified as I can, and I'm walking the walk the best that I can. There are people out there walking the walk way better than me, way more prepared than me. But I'm doing the best that I can, and that's what it's all about. Do the best that you can. If you can only fill up 1 box of food, hey, you're doing better than 97% of the people out there. You know, if you can get yourself to 2 to 4 weeks of food, fantastic. Then get yourself to 2 months of food. Get yourself to 4 months of food. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, be taking action. I'm not saying that the contagion starts tomorrow. I hope it doesn't. I pray it doesn't. I don't want to deal with this right now. I would prefer to have more time to continue my preparations. But if it does start, I'm ready. I'm able to protect myself, my family, my assets, my pets. We'll be okay. But I really pray to God that this is not going to turn into a more serious situation and start spreading across into other banks and other financial institutions. I really pray to God it doesn't. But at some point, it's gonna come to an end because the contagion will start. It will be triggered, and they will not be able to contain it, and it's going to get out of control. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be this week. It could start. I don't know. I really don't. But whatever. Take what just happened on Friday as a severe warning. The 16th largest bank in the US just went down. That means that more banks can go down. Maybe not now, but what about next month? What about 3 months from now, 6 months from now? Again, I hope and pray that this thing gets resolved. Maybe the government will step in, but it's only a matter of time before things get out of control and something bigger, a bigger bank goes down, something bigger breaks in the financial system, and it's not going to be fixed. And you're going to be on your own, and you're going to wake up and go, I can't get money out of my bank. I can't get, the ATMs are shut down. The markets are shut down. I have nothing. You better have this stuff right here, ladies and gentlemen. And you better have as much as you can get. And the last place you're going to want to go is a Walmart or a grocery store. You're not going to want to leave your house. So to these people out there, before I take off and go train, these people out there who just, oh man, we're going to buy houses and land and, get your money out of the bank, but, have it in multiple bank accounts. Look, first off, these people that tell you to have it in multiple bank accounts, they warn you that the banks are collapsing, that the institutions are not safe, but then they tell you to have your money in multiple banks. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If you believe that the banks are insolvent, if you believe that the banks are not in good shape, why would you have your money in 5 banks, 10 banks, 12 banks, or 3 banks, other than the money that you need to run your business and pay your bills? Why, if you don't trust the banking system, to these people out there who are telling us every day the banks are going to collapse, why do you have your money in multiple banks? That's the last place you should have your money, is in banks. But you feel safe because it's in multiple banks. So you just have a higher chance of losing your money because you're in even more banks. And so when they go, you're going to lose your money. If you don't believe the banks are safe, then why is your money in one bank at all other than to pay the bills? Why would you be in multiple banks? This makes no sense to me whatsoever. Pick a side. Pick a side that you're on and stop telling people to pull their money out while you have your money in 10 banks. I'm going to tell everybody out there, get your money out of the banks, keep just enough in there for the bills, just enough in there for your businesses. If you don't need money in the bank right now, it shouldn't be in the bank. You are much safer than a bank. Your money is much safer stuffed under a mattress than it is at a Wells Fargo or at a SVB. And to these same people who laugh and giggle that they're going to buy houses and take advantage of this crashing market, what are you going to do when somebody kicks in your door and wants to do something? What are you going to do when you have to deal with force? What are you going to do when people are hungry and they come to your house? You're going to sue them? You're going to give them money? What are you going to do? You know what you're going to do. You're not going to do anything. They're going to rob you. They'll probably, hurt your family. They're going to take everything you worked for. And that's it. And there's not a darn thing you're going to do about it because you're completely unprepared. People are too one-dimensional. They're preparing financially, but they're not preparing spiritually. They're not preparing physically, and they're not preparing mentally. And they don't understand the dangers that are out there. If we get contagion, you're going to see mass chaos. People will hurt you to feed their family. People will bust into your house, whether you're home or not, and they will take everything to feed their family. Anything they can sell, anything they can eat, it doesn't matter. It will be your neighbor that does it. It will be somebody from your church that does it. Read history, ladies and gentlemen. Read what has happened in third world countries and what's happening in third world countries right now. Go to Venezuela. See how nice it is. When people get hungry, they'll rob their own family. So don't just think of this in dollar terms. Think of this. Do you have the security? Do you have the food, the water? Can you protect it? Don't allow somebody to hurt you. Don't allow somebody to just come to your house and take everything you prepared for, the sacrifices you made. Be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepared. Right, Kona? All right, I'm hitting the range. I got to get some training in. Pray to God that things calm down tomorrow. I just don't want to see people being violent, chaotic. I just don't want to see this. But it's inevitable, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to come at some point. This may be the start of something much bigger. I hope it isn't. But if it isn't, somewhere down the road, we're going to deal with something much more severe than this. So take it as a warning. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen this week. But all I know is I'm going to continue to stay on path, continue to prepare. And that's all I can do. It's all you can do. Do what you can, ladies and gentlemen. Put the odds in your favor. Again, if you only have 2 weeks of food, that's better than no weeks of food. If you have a month of food, fantastic. That's better than having a week of food. Get yourself up to 3 months, 6 months. And if you can, have your assets and your food and your security in multiple locations that you can access in a time of emergency. So I'm going to leave it there today. God bless all of you. I'm going to head out to the range, get some training in. Crazy times, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely crazy times. I wish I had better news. Again, I hope things calm down tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. Things in this economy have already collapsed. The financial institutions are in big trouble, and maybe they can keep this thing held together with a rubber band for a couple more months, but at some point, something so big will break and will be out of their control. Maybe it's a much bigger bank, a much bigger financial institution. Maybe it's a bank in another country. Maybe it's a currency problem. Who knows? But we're heading into big trouble here, and this is just the beginning of it all. Get prepared. God bless. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I look forward to speaking with all of you. We'll see what happens. Be safe out there.